In the brutal battlefield of bodybuilding, where every rep is a war and every pose a declaration of dominance, one man has remained a silent storm: Brandon Curry. To the casual fan, he might appear calm, collected, almost humble, but behind that composed smile lies the heart of a predator. A predator who has tasted victory at the very top and is now ready to taste it again. Thank you. What can you do for that classic? What can you do for that classic? This isn't just another comeback story. This is a calculated attack from one of the most dangerous champions in modern bodybuilding history. The king who refused to fall. In 2019, Brandon Curry claimed the Mr. Olympia crown, etching his name among the immortals. His victory wasn't a fluke. It was the result of relentless discipline, flawless conditioning, and a back-breaking grind that only a true champion understands. But in the years that followed, the bodybuilding world changed. New beasts emerged. The competition grew sharper, and Brandon found himself fighting battles against monsters like Big Ramy, Adi Chupan, and Derek Lunsford. For many, losing the crown means fading into the shadows. But Brandon, he embraced the shadows and started sharpening his sword. The rebuilding of a warrior. Unlike others who chase the spotlight year-round, Brandon chose a different path. He vanished from the noise, but he wasn't resting. He was transforming. Every training session at Oxygen Gym in Kuwait became a blood and sweat ritual. Every rep was loaded with rage, every set fueled by the fire of redemption. While the world debated the new kings of bodybuilding, Brandon was quietly building a physique that could silence them all. A blend of classic lines, freakish muscle density, and razor-sharp detail. The goal wasn't just to return, it was to dominate like never before. The rebuilding of a warrior. Unlike others who chase the spotlight year-round, Brandon chose a different path. He vanished from the noise. He wasn't resting, he was transforming. Every training session at Oxygen Gym in Kuwait became a blood and sweat ritual. Every rep was loaded with rage, every set fueled by the fire of redemption. While the world debated the new kings of bodybuilding, Brandon was quietly building a physique that could silence them all. A blend of classic lines, freakish muscle density, and razor-sharp detail. The goal wasn't just to return, it was to dominate like never before. The weapon, symmetry and shape. Brandon Curry's greatest weapon has always been his shape. In an era where mass monsters often sacrifice aesthetics for size, Brandon stands as living proof that a perfectly sculpted physique can still crush giants. His shoulder-to-waist ratio looks carved from marble. His arms, round, full, and explosive, could rival legends from the golden era. His chest, thick and commanding, creates a visual impact the moment he walks on stage. But in 2025, insiders say there's something different. The mass is up. The detail is sharper. The conditioning, terrifying. We're talking about a Brandon Curry who could combine the beauty of a 90s aesthetic king with the freak factor of today's titans. The silent threat. Here's what makes Brandon so dangerous. He's not loud, he's not flashy off stage, and he doesn't waste energy on hypos. That's why so many underestimated him, until it's too late. By the time the stage lights hit, and he peels off the hoodie to reveal months of calculated suffering, the competition realizes they're in trouble. Every year, the bodybuilding media talks about the main contenders, and Brandon's name gets quietly mentioned, almost as an afterthought. But when he stands next to the so-called favorites, suddenly the crowd shifts. The judges lean forward, and the scoreboard changes. The mission for 2025. Make no mistake, 2025 isn't just another year for Brandon Curry. This is a revenge mission. A mission to prove that his 2019 win wasn't a lucky break, but the beginning of a dynasty that was interrupted, temporarily. With his renewed size, deadly conditioning, and signature proportions, he's targeting every single name ahead of him. Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, Samson Dauda, Andrew Jacked. His goal isn't just to win, it's to make the world remember who the real king is. Why he can shock the world. The bodybuilding game is as much about timing as it is about muscle. If Brandon peaks perfectly, hitting that razor-sharp dryness while keeping the full 3D look, he could walk in as the underdog and walk out as the most talked-about champion of the modern era. His ability to blend classic aesthetics with modern mass makes him a nightmare to judge against pure size monsters or pure shape athletes. He is both. And here's the twist. Rumors from inside Kuwait's Oxygen Gym suggest Brandon's training intensity is at an all-time high, his recovery protocols are next level, and his nutrition is hyper-precise. He's treating this Olympia prep like it's his last. And when an athlete believes it's his last shot, the hunger becomes unstoppable. The legacy move. Brandon Curry isn't just fighting for a trophy, he's fighting for legacy. Another Sandow would place him among the few men in history to reclaim the Olympia title after losing it. It would cement his name next to legends like Jay Cutler and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Men who didn't just win, but came back from defeat to stand taller than ever. If he does it, 2025 could be remembered as the year of the silent assassin. The year Brandon Curry stepped out of the shadows, struck without warning, and left the bodybuilding world in shock. The question is, are his rivals ready for what's coming? Because Brandon Curry isn't just preparing for a show, he's preparing for a takeover.